Chief Minister Siddaramaiah trailing by over 11,000 votes in Chamundeshwari. Ashok Gehlot saying that we hope the Congress will form the government, but all options, including allying with the JDS, are open. So everyone's hedging their bets. The markets have opened flat, I can tell you. My colleague Sumit Chaturvedi standing by. Sumit, the markets were counting on a BJP win, so they're waiting to see which way this goes.
Well, absolutely, Palki. Last few days, markets were up. They were actually they had factored in victory for BJP. But as the day came closer, markets turned volatile. Yesterday also, they were more or less flat. Today also, since they have opened, Sensex has opened with a gain of just 5 to 6 points. And now also, it's trading almost flat, though with a green, we can say that in green territory, but almost flat. So markets are also awaiting clarity on Karnataka results. It's crucial results because it's again will pave the way for overall how the things will happen in 2019. So that's why it's crucial. It can be dubbed as semi-final for 2019. And for markets, it's very important if political stability is there. So they have opened with we can say that a flat zone, and they are awaiting clarity at this moment. Though in the last few days they had factored in that BJP is coming, but since the exit polls came, they had turned volatile. Exit polls are clearly not giving majority to any party and are showing the trends toward a hung assembly there, and that's why markets are a bit spooked by this kind of result, because no clarity is definitely not in favor of markets. Other factors are also playing out here. There are crude prices, overall global geopolitical tensions, and corporate results. But clearly today, the flavor of the day is the markets. For the markets is Karnataka results, and they await clarity. Markets await clarity, and Sensex is showing it.
Can I take a question from Sumit? You know, generally when regime changes, you know, the market reacts. I distinctly remember when in 2004, when Congress came to power, you know, the market reacted very differently. Aren't market also politically influenced? You know, they can also be open to, I would say, political manipulation?
Well, it's difficult to say, Kartika, because the spread is so large that in a way they can sometimes show the trends beforehand, like the way it happened in Gujarat elections, that markets were gaining, knowing that BJP is coming back to power. It's difficult to overall, we can say that manipulation for market is not that easy, especially political manipulation, because the markets people, they don't trust anyone, they just trust their profit instinct, and they are there to make the profits, and that's why it's difficult to be said. Sometimes the undercurrents are so strong that undercurrents reaches they reach markets before any expert, and that's why market, you know, they all keep on in a way showing what is coming. This time they are volatile. Clearly they are even they are not aware of what is happening, and they are awaiting clarity today as to who will win majority in Karnataka, or if no political party is going to make power there or make government there.
All right, Sumit, thanks very much for that update. But I want to come back to another figure that we just got. 11,000 seats is a very big number for HD Kumar, for Siddaramaiah to be trailing in.
Exactly.
11,000 votes.
Yeah. No, that Siddaramaiah is trailing, you know, is must be quite a surprise to a lot of people, and a shock for the party, because there didn't seem to be that kind of indication earlier, because he came across as such a strong leader, plus he was there for 5 years and he led the campaign, etc., etc. So the fact that he's trailing in both constituencies and by 11,000 means that in Chamundeshwari.
But my question is the result of Chamundeshwari, which he claims that he won in 2006, if I'm correct. I think he won by 187 votes. Yes. 187 votes. Now in 2000, and he said, I remember in my interview that Devegowda campaigned for 7 days, and then some other chief ministers sat there for 10 days. So if a man has won a seat with 187 votes, why did he take that risk? Sachin, my question to you is, why did he risk it? Just because of Yatindra won, the love for his son? You know, it's okay, everyone has that, you know, India's full of dynasties. Second, why did he have to fight Chamundeshwari? He could have gone to any other seat. Why from 2 seats? Why did he take that risk? Is it hubris?
Hubris. Everybody who is in power, we have seen them, that hubris. Because why would he otherwise? I mean, there was no need for him to give up a safe seat like Varuna, but for, you know, his elder son died, who was supposed to be the political successor. That doesn't mean that you bring in your son, make it a big issue with the party, saying that and Chamundeshwari was difficult, because even in that election 2006, he won it because of 2 key players. One was the film actor Ambarish, who's a Vakkaliga, who managed to get entry into Vakkaliga villages, which were barred at that time for Siddaramaiah for betraying Devegowda. And Ambarish campaigned very hard for it. And also Srikanta Datta Odeya, the son of the last Maharaja of Mysore, who wields enormous influence in Mysore and the surrounding villages. They were there. Now the royal family, the old royal family, is with BJP. And Ambarish was a rebel. He was dropped from the government by Siddaramaiah. So there was a lot of resentment in that government. I don't know where. And I was in Chamundeshwari. I knew that he was going to lose. So this was a very bad political calculation by Siddaramaiah.
Kushan, you wanted to come in? Yes, we can.
Hardly a campaign
I'm
at all.
looking at the numbers coming on your sister channel Z News, and the BJP's crossed 100 leads.
Yes.
And now you're going up to round 5 and 6 and 7. So the BJP is quite, I think, going to end up as the single largest party of that. I mean, the Congress numbers are coming down slowly. JDS numbers are going up. I mean, a few minutes ago, we never thought, we didn't think anybody's going to cross 100. I mean, crossing 100 is a massive psychology. I mean, given the way the exit polls were.
Correct.
Crossing 100 is a major psychological mark.
How many MLAs do you need? 12 MLAs? If you cross 100,
if you cross 100, you cross 12. And
100
100 is also psychologically a huge number. And the BJP numbers are slowly going up. I mean, I'm seeing trends on Twitter from some people are saying much more than that. If the BJP gets to 100, 304, they hold all the aces.
We said they'll make a government even if the Congress is the single largest party and then they want to tie up with the JDS. But now they're...
I mean, with Chamundeshwari's numbers.
Governor is, reports to the BJP government in center. He would say, you're the single largest party, try and form the government and prove your majority on the floor of the house. The moment you're in power, you can then bargain better.
So before Sudesh Verma leaves, I want to ask the question that one of our panelists threw up a few minutes back. Is H.D. Kumaraswamy going to be the next Chief Minister, sir?
Mr. Yediyurappa will be the next Chief Minister. We are going to win hands down, take it from me. We are very confident that we'll win handsome majority.
So you're basically saying that the trend is going to continue like this because as of now, BJP is leading in 100 seats, Congress is leading in 76 seats, and JDS is leading in 34 seats, sir.
Yeah, it will crystallize in our favor.
Okay.
Finally. We are very confident of public support.
Adil, looking at the leads and the way Mr. Siddaramaiah has colleague
that's not the correct figure.
Okay, please go ahead.
What is the correct figure? You tell us.
The correct leads according to me is about 88 to the BJP, 88 leads to the BJP and 83 to the Congress. So my point is the situation is still in a state of
Mr.
flux.
Siddaramaiah?
Numbers are rapidly changing.
What about Mr. Siddaramaiah trailing in Chamundeshwari by 11,000 votes?
Palkiji, it's just the 5th round. I think it's not even the 5th round actually, it's just the 4th round. 6 more rounds still have to go. We are hopeful. Mr. Siddaramaiah is a leader who's risen from the ranks. He's a man who's connected to the grassroots. So we are hopeful of his victory.
Adil, no one is challenging or questioning the credentials of Siddaramaiah as a grassroots politician. But my question to you is that in retrospect, doesn't it look like as if he took a big political risk, overestimated himself in a seat which he won by barely 187 votes in 2006? And now he's trailing in that specific constituency with... Yes, please go ahead. Yeah.
Kartikeji, benefit of hindsight can work both ways. So, you're always wiser in hindsight. So, the point is, Mr. Siddaramaiah has delivered in the past 5 years. This is not a campaign speech, but I can list out more than 20 achievements of his. And please compare to what the BJP did when they were in power from 2008 to 2013. Mr. Siddaramaiah, in decades, is the first leader who's actually completed his full 5-year term. So this just reflects to his leadership qualities and the fact that he is very popular with the leaders. Your trends indicate that he's failing currently. However, we are hopeful of his victory.
Adil, you stay with me. Prakash, coming back to this issue, they're saying that it's too early to call. But the fact of the matter is that if Siddaramaiah loses in one of the constituencies, it's a big setback for the Congress.
See, again, it comes to this question that I raised before, that, the narrative was that he was being characterized as being very wily and very very smart in the way he does his calculations. But even in such a simple thing as his own seat, he made a mistake. He could have asked his son, he could have contested from, say, Varuna and Badami and given one of the seats to his son if he wanted later. This whole thing of compromising his own, safe seat, how is that clever?
In retrospect, again, I'm using this word, but it looks a certain narrative of Siddaramaiah did not work. For example, the whole issue of 15 Finance Commission, the fund, the agriculture, the conclave of the southern finance ministers. It has not really worked. And something else has worked in this election in Karnataka, at least as of now, going by the lead for BJP. And as you said, Sachi, that they are absent in south of Karnataka, which means that they have a good saturated performance somewhere else in Karnataka.
They have done very well in the north and west of Bangalore. As you travel from Bangalore to north towards Belgaum and towards the Mangalore and all, that region they have done, and that means as Palki earlier said, they were only in the race in about 165 to 170 seats. And out of that, if they are able to win about 100, 70%. It's a big...
75%.
75%.
Big strike rate.
But if I'm not wrong...
Yeah, now they have reached 102 according
Mr. Kharge is the leader from North Karnataka?
Yes.
Correct. And he's supposed to be a Dalit leader?
Yeah.
Correct.
Where have those votes gone?
No, I think those seats have been delivered. In Eastern Karnataka, if the Congress is still winning 70 odd seats, Eastern Karnataka must have delivered about 20 of those seats. That's what I still don't have the regional...
See, the way the vote share converts to seats is different from the Congress and BJP.
Yeah.
In 2008, for instance, the Congress got more, the vote share was better for the Congress, but the number of seats that BJP got was higher, And the way the seats are distributed, the votes are distributed for these parties also counts, which is why you see these dramatic shifts in numbers, because it's so sensitive that you can come to a segment and
it's like saturated. It's like a saturated performance of 2014. 31% vote, 280 plus seats.
Yeah.
So you have a saturated performance in Rajasthan, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Jharkhand and Bihar.
That's
right.
Correct.
Yeah. So this is what the big picture looks like right now. H.D. Kumaraswamy of the JDS leading over the Congress candidate by 1,500 votes in Ramnagara, and Yediyurappa leading in Shikaripura by more than 3,000 seats over the Congress's Mr. Malatesh. 100 plus for the BJP. 76 for the Congress party, 34 for JDS. These are what the early trends are looking like. As we said earlier, the Congress's leads seem to be shrinking at these points, but these are trends. These are not the final figures. Having said that, the BJP looking more and more confident as the numbers trickle in. We're going to take a very short break at this point. Be back with lots more.